When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you back to where you're from, chariot. One step forward on the road ahead of us. Don't look back, no. You just need a bit of luck. Oh, oh, tonight. When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you back to where you're from, chariot. When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you back to where you're from, chariot. Yeah, 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 when you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you back to where you're from, chariot. When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you back to where you're from, chariot.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, how beautiful it is to be with you on this lovely Monday morning. If you're watching it now, if you're watching it later, it may not be Monday morning, but it certainly is here. And I have to apologize. I have woken up with a pretty bad cold, so my voice is very husky. So please forgive that. Today, this morning, this beginning of the week, at least the secular week, the week of work, I have pulled the Emperor for us. And the Emperor is a really interesting card. It it basically is telling us to define our destination, then lead the charge. This calls us to direct and to conquer new frontiers. This deck, the woman actually says this is the dawn of your own personal age of reason. And Age of Reason was this progressive movement towards intellectual enlightenment. So this card encourages us with this sign of the sort of the powerful but gentle masculine ruler inside us, that we access that good father. This could also indicate in a regular reading father issues. I know I'm dealing with them right now, my own inner father wounds. So this card reminds me that I can refather myself and make peace with my own father, who's no longer on this earth, but who's still very much with me. And it also can say, let's be that emperor, let's be that strong, connected leader. And the whole idea of the dawn of our own age of reason is kind of interesting because what frontiers will you conquer this week? And this isn't a knight card, which is about forging ahead. This is really about contemplating where you want to lead in the world and what you want to give your powerful leadership energy to, but to really take it in and to say, where do I want to direct this energy? And it's not about getting people to follow, it's just about um, directing, and the word designing is coming to me, your own pathway forward and to feel the power to conquer new frontiers. And that's why I played this song called Chariot, which is really about that strength and that power. And I'll play it again at the end. And this is really about, if we think about the mind, and we come here to calm the mind, but we also need to distill this new age of reason. This intellectual enlightenment means being able to tame and strengthen our relationship, our soul's relationship with the mind. And so to do that, I'm going to use one of the strongest tools to call the mind back to the breath for me, which is mantra. And I love words. So when my mind is running into the future or the past during a meditation, I will think of a word or a phrase, breathe it in, and then breathe it out, or change the phrase. And sometimes I play with languages. I'll often use Hineni, which in Hebrew means here I am. So I'll say Hineni on the in breath and here I am on the out breath, or love, and then whatever language, uh, ahava, amor, whatever it is that you want to instill in yourself, a sense of powerful love. If it's let go on the in breath and let God or goddess on the out breath, if it's just peace, breathing in and out. And as we go through the uh, pre preset instructions, you'll have a chance to find what that phrase and that mantra is for you. In yoga, of course, we use the word Om, which is the sound of this sort of central, primordial human sigh. And it's really so many syllables. It's really A, A, O, U, there are many sounds in that, but it's a chant that brings that peace to us. But this mantra we do silently, and we just imagine it silently. And again, it's only a tool for calling the mind back to the breath this morning. You can use any of the tools that you have or that I've given you with breath or anything else, just when we need to call the mind back to the breath. So with that, we begin. And the bell invites us to close our eyes. As we settle in, I do the same format every day, just in hopes that this familiarity will allow you to glide into your own meditation, using my words when you want and just letting them pour over you and go through you and ignore them as you please. So the first thing we do is turn our attention to the vessel for breath, this body, which allows breath in and releases breath out. So with your eyes closed or your gaze focused on a single point, reducing the sense of sight, we wake up the other senses, taste and smell, hearing. What's the furthest away sound you can hear this morning? Listen for something far away. See what you can hear. And then listen for the closest sound to you, maybe your own breath. And then let's turn to the sense of touch and sensation, feeling our feet on the floor, grounded, feeling the energy from this great good mother of ours, the earth, coming up through our feet and legs to our seat. Feeling that hug of gravity that means we can sit on the earth with no effort. You can imagine your tailbone curling under, the end of the spine rooted down towards the earth, maybe grounded to the center of the earth through a grounding cord, if that imagery works for you. And then we grow the long trunk of our spine up. Just saying that made me sit up straighter without effort. I just allowed the trunk of my spine to grow from base at the tailbone to the base of the skull, right at the top of the neck. That long, long trunk, like the trunk of a straight, beautiful tree, through the low back, mid back, upper back, neck. And everything else gets out of the way. The belly button rests back to the low back. The ribs melt back into the mid back, and the heart rests back between the shoulders. If you want to just roll your shoulders up and back, letting them fall all the way down your spine like the resting wings of a beautiful bird. The hands are released, either palm up or palm down. The jaw is released. The muscles behind the eyes are released. The cheeks are released. The chin rests back towards the neck. Everything in the back body is long and strong, like the emperor. Everything in the front body is released back, leaning on the good father of our spine. We'll call it that this morning. Especially releasing and lengthening the low back so it's not holding. And we turn our attention to breath, calling in some deeper breaths as the breath fills the torso and releases out. We're sensing that still small pause between breaths before the breath easily, naturally replaces itself. And now, as we just watch the breath filling the body and releasing out of the body, see if there's a mantra that rises up, a word or a phrase that you'd like to repeat silently on the in-breath and on the out-breath. Could be that you have one breath for the in, one word or phrase for the in-breath and one word or phrase for the out-breath. Or just one phrase or word. It could have to do with love or strength or peace or anything that I've said today or anything that came to you in a dream or anything that your heart is called to repeat. And we can spend the meditation just watching the breath. And this is the tool to really call the mind back to the breath, is to work with mantra, to tame and strengthen our relationship to the mind, one breath at a time. As we approach the midpoint of our sit, you may want to call in some deeper breaths, even breathing in through the nose and sighing breath out through the mouth for a couple of rounds, feeling the depth of the breath, some cleansing breaths, breaths that massage the body by pressing the muscles out on the in breath and releasing them on the out breath. Just feeling that release and that generosity of breath as you contemplate this sense of the emperor and of directing a charge to your own personal enlightenment, taming and strengthening the relationship of the mind, perhaps using mantra, perhaps changing it up or sticking to what you have, perhaps letting it go entirely. The aim here is to stay in present tense as much as possible, one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, let's again increase the depth of those breaths, really lengthening the spine and allowing all the muscles and bones to relax and release. Let everything go that isn't holding you up. You can continue the mantra or let it go. Just focusing on filling the body, massaging the body with the in-breath and letting everything go on the out-breath. And you may connect, even if you want to put one hand on your heart where the emperor resides. If you want to put another hand on your belly, that's the empress. And just breathing gently, holding yourself in these last few moments. You may connect with something that you want to turn your attention to today, something you want to direct and lead. It may be, and in my case, it probably is rest. But I'm going to direct myself towards it, not just fall into it. So what can we direct ourselves to today to enrich our experience and thus enrich the world? The more fully we are breathing and living on this earth, the more fully we're serving. And just now take about 3 really deep, delicious breaths. And allowing the bell to encourage those eyes to flutter open if you want. And if you do want, then let in the light of the day, the light of your candle, the light of your electricity. Just allow the lights in. And allow the light to shine on your inner emperor and your inner chariot that's going to take you with gentle fire into the future, one breath at a time. And Goddess willing, I will see you all here again tomorrow.
Just imagine we woke up in paradise. Don't need magic. Let my thoughts just carry us home, home tonight. Future's golden. Don't let go. Don't give it up. Just keep holding. Even when you've had enough, I will be your light. When